On June 26th, we headed up to Camp Nashii. We first drove up to Fairbanks, and then we got on a plane and headed to Fort Yukon. Coming into Fort Yukon, it was pretty smoky outside from the wildfires that were in the area. But we landed safe and sound. We then loaded up into Pastor Jeremiah's pickup truck and headed to his house. We grabbed some supplies from his house before heading to the river. On the river, we had to watch out for debris. There's us and all our luggage. John and I were enjoying the wind. We arrived at Camp Nashii. Now this kitchen, we helped build that roof last year. We actually built the rafters and then someone else finished it for us. We also put this chair up last year. John and I put it through the test. One of the first things Bob wanted to do when we arrived was check our staircase that we've made. It was still there and in good condition. You can see the water level had come up about halfway. There was a film crew there that was filming some footage for Pastor Ron. Now another team had completely built this bunkhouse before we got there. But the one thing the bunkhouse needed was a deck, and this was going to be our task. So the next morning we got right to work.
Hey everyone, this is the end of day one, and so this is how far we've gotten on the deck. As you can see behind me, there's starting to be a deck. So originally this wasn't here this morning, and we should finish flooring it tomorrow and start up putting in the handrail. And yeah, been a very productive day, and that's it. End of day one. Peace.
We were greeted in the morning with some light rain. And with light rain come leaky roofs. The woman's outhouse had fell victim to the leaky roof. So we took off all the old stuff and had to put on some new stuff. Always time for a picture. And with that, we have a new roof. All the wood at Camp Nashii is milled right here. It is brought in by four-wheeler, and then all the bark is taken off of it. Then it is put onto the sawmill and milled to the correct size. The scraps are put off to the side, and the good stuff is brought to the worksite. We needed to make some stairs for the deck. But when we were making the stairs, we realized that we needed to put some supports on the deck itself. The sun actually came out in the afternoon, along with the blue sky. After we put up most of the stairs, we had to put some supports in. And voila! It is finished.
Hey everyone, so we just finished day number 2, so it's Sunday night, about 9:30 at night. Just finished having some dinner, and yeah, so we got a little bit sidetracked today and ended up replacing the roof on the women's outhouse, and then we were waiting on lumber to finish the deck, so instead we made some stairs that have been now fully completed, and they work wonderfully. And yeah, so tomorrow we'll be doing the deck because now we have our lumber over here, and yeah, keeping busy. Okay, end of day 2.
At Camp Nashii, we get all the water from the river. The river is pumped up through this filtration system, which is then put in 2 blue jugs. The blue jugs are then delivered to the kitchen, where they are made to make hot coffee or hot water. Here's a pro Camp Nashii tip for you. When you have your water bottle, bring some Gatorade packets, or any kind of packets that you want to put into your drink. They're easily tearable, and they mix great and taste good. Also, a good pair of work gloves is good, and some snacks, some sunflower seeds, some granola bars. Bug spray is a must. Also, a coffee mug with an open handle. We continued working on the deck, but at this point we realized that we were running out of nails for the nail gun, so we switched to the old-fashioned way. As we were working outside, Bob was working inside, measuring out the rafters for the roof. We then built a platform for the stairs at the top, and then we started working on the rafters. We had to get creative on how to mark a pencil all the way around so we could cut it.
Hey everyone, so we just finished day 3. It's Monday. We had the sun out today, busy working on the deck, so we put down more floorboards, and then we worked on getting these 2 pieces of wood up to start building a roof that's going to come off. So that's what we've been doing today, and then we've also been milling some wood. So it's been a busy day, productive day. That's about it for day 3. Keep on working hard. Okay, bye.
The next morning, we had a broken pull cord. You can't just run to the store with a broken pull cord. So we had to sort through the old stuff. After about half an hour, we found one that fit and worked.
Hey everybody, it's the end of Tuesday, end of day 4. We're still working a little bit after dinner, trying to finish some things up. It's been a slow process. We have 3 people doing the work of about 8 people. We've had to cut our own wood, haul that wood to the mill, take all the bark off of it, put it onto the mill it, bring it to the site, and then use it however we need to use it. So that would be great for a team of 8 people, but for a team of 3, it's a whole lot of work and a very slow process. So tomorrow, hopefully, we will be able to have all the rafters up for the deck. We have yet to finish the actual deck because, again, we've been low on manpower and low on wood to complete that process. So yeah, it's slowly coming, and hopefully by the end of the week we can have the deck finished and have the rafters finished, and yeah, so that is it for today. Goodbye.
Fuel is a very important resource at Camp Nashii. It is either brought up in these big 50-gallon barrels on the barge, or on the individual trips it's brought up in these 15-gallon tanks. You can use a special tool to open them and siphon them into the smaller jugs to take to the work site. supplies dropped off by a pilot from Fairbanks. He gave us a nice flyby.
Everyone, so today it is end of, what day is it? Wednesday, July 1st. Bob and John are still finishing up some things. As you can see, we have some rafters up behind me on this deck. The deck is still incomplete due to the lack of viable wood. We do have some wood in the mill, but a lot of it has been rotten, and so we can't use the rotten wood when constructing. There's John, and Bob is somewhere back there too. But yeah, okay. So that is it for today. We're about to have service tonight. We're gonna have a little bit of praise and worship, and then be able to call it a night. So, peace. How's it going, everyone? It is the final vlog of Camp Nashii 2015, and I stand before a completed project. It took us all day today. I don't really have any footage of us actually working throughout the day because we were just going. I believe John took a video of Bob cutting a tree down, so here that is. Yeah, so this is the completed project. Originally, when we first came, there was no deck here, and we actually finished the deck. We used all the wood that we milled today from that one tree. We used it all in today's construction. So the deck is finished, and yeah, we're done. It is 10:30 at night. We just finished cleaning up, and we got an early morning tomorrow before we have to get on the boat and come back. So yeah.
It was now time for us to head home. The ride home gave us a lot of time to reflect on the past week. To some people, we just spent a week building a deck in the middle of nowhere. But there is so much more to that. It's about catching the vision that God has given Pastor Ron and his team. It's about building and advancing the kingdom of heaven. It's about bringing hope into lives that are surrounded by drugs, alcoholism, depression, and suicide. It's about preparing a place where the youth in the villages can experience God's love, God's forgiveness, God's redemption. But we can't do this alone. We need people to join us and to go next year so that our team can be an effective team. Will you prayerfully consider being a part of the Camp Nashii 2016 team and being a part of bringing the light of the gospel to the villages in the Yukon Flats? Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" And I said, "Here I am, send me." Will you go?